Hello, I think we're live. I'm trying a new streaming app, so welcome if you're coming into the replay. If this is working, I'm hopeful that it's working. And yeah, so this is, I'm streaming from an app called Prism from my phone because it allows you to do 1080p without a fee, unlike your StreamYard. So hopefully this will work out and people can find me. I was able to join my chat or my live stream that I pre-scheduled. Hi Anne, hi Dar. How does the sound, how's the sound? How's it look? I'm hoping it's pretty good. And I think I can zoom in and out on my camera as well, on my phone. Just waiting for people to come in. If you're just coming to watch the replay, just zoom forward till you see stuff happening. Excellent. Well, thanks, Anne. And you guys can hear me okay? I don't know if it's going through my microphone or not. Hi, Barbara. All good, all good. So I'm gonna be doing a collage today using up Gelprints. We may or may not do some additional jelly printing. I'm not sure yet. Hi, Margie. Hi, Christina. Hi, Marguerite from beautiful British Columbia. Thanks for coming, everybody. I'm back at my regular time. So today, my sister's going to see my mom. So I went yesterday. We both went Monday. So we're going to kind of alternate. That way she gets lots of family time. My brother came up on the weekend. He's very good. He lives about 3 hours away, and he's been very good at coming to visit her. So I feel very fortunate to have great siblings and a great mom. And my dad was great too. And my husband and my kids. I'm just very thankful, very thankful. All right, so the idea for this came from, I was watching Cherie Burlington on YouTube, and she is a professional artist, and she did a video, I think her channel's pretty new. She did a video about a formulaic way of doing collage where she basically does grids. And she did a canvas board that was 9 by 13. And I thought my big collage book that I worked in, when we did the green one, where's the green one? I'll do a flip through in a second. This one here, each page is about 9 by 12, and this book is inspired by Robin McClendon. So I thought, well, what if I try to do one of those grid collages? So I'll just do another flip through. For those of you not familiar with this book, I've done some online before. So this is sort of a neutral page. I don't think I did this one on stream. A lot of these feature some PM Artist Studio stencils. Like this one is one of theirs. That's I think a Miriam, Art Cures by Miriam stencil. That's one of my stencils. And then I'm thinking of putting these down here or somewhere. So I'm just gonna take those out for now. And then her, I think I'm gonna put her on the cover, because I think she's cool. Thanks for coming, everybody. Oh, make sure I am in all messages. There we go. So I kind of skipped around in this book. Again, that's Chevrons, I think, by Darcy. This is one of my Play-Doh prints. This was from a mark making stream we did, as was this, I think. That's Ron DeDonna's Something Blooms. Hey, View, good to see you. This was one of my botanicals. That's one of my bridge stencils. This was some Akua ink printing I did with Kathy Arbor. So it's just a fun way to use up some gel prints. And this one is sort of like a paper bag brush off, like a drop sheet that I had. Is Raul here? Hi, Raul. Welcome back. Good to see you. Hi, Pamela. Well, I never saw your answer how your retreat was. Cranky Buds, that's it. That's Rhonda Donna's Cranky Buds. This is Darcy's peacock feathers. So I thought these would look cool on here, but we're not doing that today. This is one I think I did on stream mostly, and then I did the finishing touches after. This one we were playing with this iridescent bronze fine, doing some gel prints, because when you add water, it separates into like aqua color and the bronze. I don't know if you guys remember that. It's looking for Roll's answer. And then this one I didn't do it on stream, but just using some gel prints that I think I'd done on camera. I think this one was when I did, yes, that was when I did my cityscape stream, where I did, I made this gel print. I think I had one, a prototype that I threw in here, or it's the Braille off papers. I can't remember exactly. Back there. Oh, Sorrel said it was amazing. That's why you will return next week until June 1st. You'll have your phone but can't make pictures. Yeah, I'm sure it's very closed. Hi, Sherry. Hi, Linda. So you will have access to 10 streams. Okay. Well, it must be working for you. And then this is the one we did the week before St. Patrick's Day, and then I showed you guys how I grandified it. Well, I didn't show you how, but I discussed it. And then this is some thoughts. I think that was a mark making print. So we've got some space here. I don't think there's anything else. So let's just grab a spot. Let's go here. Now this journal I made myself. It's not well made. It's just, I think I talked about it in the stream that I did. It's just sort of like a, you cut some of the paper this way, like that, and some of the paper you make a slice in the middle, and then you just kind of join it together. So I'm not an expert journal maker. So I was going to say, I did notice when I was thinking about doing this Cherie Burlington grid idea that Carrie the Crafter, for I think the 23rd, he did, I think he was inspired by her as well. And he did a smaller version. So I don't think he did 3x3 squares. He did slightly smaller. So we're going to take papers. So this was from a stream online that we did, a live stream. I think it was watercolor effects. This was from when I was using my Venice stencil. This was from the Play-Doh stream. This was from, I think, a Christmas video. Like it was like I don't know what that was. This was one of my botanical prints. I thought that would be cool, cut up. And then this is a image transfer onto that black deli paper that Dee Dee sent me. And this is a collage soup transfer. Hey, Dee Dee. This, I don't know, I think that was when we were using the iridescent fine bronze. This is a technique I did a video about, using a balloon on the gel plate. We should try that again soon. I might do another image transfer today if I feel like I need some squares to fill it up. And then this is a leftover piece of wet strength carvel tissue, I think when I was using my bridge stencils. So I just pulled these to start. For this book, I have a whole pile of gel prints and leftover brayer off papers that I'm hoping to put in here. So I was pretty excited about this 3x3 idea because I thought it would be a great way to highlight some of the prints. And I think sometimes things are meant to be, because this morning Anne Lara was showing a Twinchy book she's doing. She found a collage, graph paper that's 2 inches, like 2x2 inch graph paper. So she's doing Twinchy collages, and she had made herself a little template, like a 2-inch template. So I thought, well, I'll make a 3-inch template, and I can use that as my viewfinder to find interesting areas. Like this one, I think I'm just going to cut the middle out, 3x3 sections. Hopefully there's enough. So I've got my trimmer. Hi, Diane Bell. So I'm thinking I want that to be the center. So if that's, so 1.5 is the center of 3 inches. So when I line up 1.5 to about there, that should give me a 3 by 3 square, right? If not, this might become a twinchy collage. So that's 3 inches. I'm not sure. I'm gonna cut here because I don't know if the edges, if this was a square piece of paper, like if it's already square. Let's just check it. Maybe we can do that. So it looks pretty square, so let's just go for it. So we're gonna do 3 inches. So Cherie Burlington, she called this a formulaic way of doing collage. And speaking of collage, Dee Dee did some amazing dragon collages today. I'm gonna grab my ruler. Why does this paper look like python skin? I think because it is, that's a good question. It's not watercolor paper. It's a thick black paper though. I don't remember what it was. I'd have to check the stream back. So this paper is, I can get 9 inches, so I should be able to get 3 inches. So I'm gonna cut the first one right about there. So we're gonna do 3. So I'm gonna be doing a lot of cutting today and then some gluing. And then we'll see if maybe there's a way we can make the collage our own. Maybe it'll inspire us to do a gel print to use with it. Hi, Anina. Yeah, I don't know why it looks like that. Oh, I mean, I do remember now, the gold is actually a watercolor ground that I put on the paper. So maybe it's a mixed media paper that has that texture. I don't know. So we're gonna cut down a bunch of 3 by 3 squares. And then we're gonna play with arrangements. We don't have to use all the squares, but like here, maybe I want to take a specific section like there. And again, let's do some math. Let's get a ruler. I hope this is bright enough for you guys. So this is, I'm streaming from a mobile app called Prism. So this is 10 inches, so we can definitely get 3 inches. And then this is only 8, so we can't get full 3 inches this way. So we might have to decide. I like that one. Let's cut off this edge here. And let's cut off this edge here. And I'm hoping all these 3 inches are going to be square. So we're going to do 3 inches here. Let's just go across. 3, 3. And we'll throw that out. And then now we can decide what two, because I can only get 2 3 inches from this, not 3. So I definitely like that piece here. And it looks like I'm under 3 inches, but we're just gonna go for it. Hey, Janet. Hi, Jackie. Yes, Janet, we're getting the party started. We're using rulers and measurements. Your favorite things, your favorite things. Okay, so we'll do 3 inches here. We're using up Gelprints. So that's cool. And then here I can use my little viewfinder. Do I like that one or do I like that one? I like that one, so I'm going to cut 3 inches here. And I was talking about how Anne was using a viewfinder for her twinchies. And we all know that Dee Dee uses, I learned about viewfinders from Dee Dee. She'll use like 2 L's and then she can make different shapes. I think I want to cut that edge off there. And I don't know that we're going to use all of these. Maybe what we'll do is a giveaway today with some of the leftover 3-inch scraps, if you guys want. Janet says, that's why she hit the like button 3 times. So I like that. So we're going to cut about there. So I'm trying not to be too precious. It's kind of like making a master board, but with more thought. Okay. Diane says she uses viewfinders in her quilting. Can you guys see okay? I think that's nice and abstract. I like that one. 3. We're going to cut a bunch of 3-inch squares and we're going to do some gluing. So I wasn't sure what I was going to do today. I don't think I like all that pink there. So again, this print was using a balloon. Do I want to go here? Yeah, I'll just cut 3 inches there. Okay, so we've got, now we're cooking with gas, as my dad would say. This one, I'm going to hold off. There's maybe too many other colors in that one. But this one is that deli paper that Dee Dee sent me, and I think it would be really cool. There's some eyes in there. Now let's do a measurement to see what we can fit. Hi, Jackie. I think I said hi to you. I know I said, did I say hi to Lovely's Crafting Lodge? She's also Jackie. So this is, so we're only going to get 2 3-inches. So we have to decide. This way, there's more than 9 inches, so we can definitely get 3 this way. I definitely want this first section, I think. So let's just cut that. And I'm hoping this deli paper cuts well. Trying to stretch it out. Make sure your trimmer is sharp. And we can put that in our pile to do more gel printing. Did I get my package yet? Lovely. No, my mail's not very fast. I have to say, there's our 3-inch mark. So I'm going to just line that up this way because I don't trust using the edges to line it up. What we could do is we could even cut this one a bit bigger than 3 inches. And then we could overlap. So let's do that. Let's make it just a little bit bigger than 3 inches in case it's a bit wonky. And, oh shoot, I moved it. Okay, I want to start my cutter in the middle, not on the edge, because if I start in the edge, I think it might rip it. So again, there's our 3-inch. I'm going to go a little bit more. But I want to make it straight. Okay, we'll do that. And then we'll know that we'll have to put this piece down first and then cover it with the other ones, I think. We'll see. Hey, Carrie. I was just mentioning you that I was also inspired by Cherie Burlington. And then I noticed that you had done a grid collage as well, inspired by her. So I think I want that piece. So let's make this a 3-incher. And then today, I think I'll do a giveaway of my leftover, or at least some of the leftover 3-inch squares. crafting mamas. Shelly, good to see you. Long time no see. Hope you're well. Hope your family's well. So yeah, if I don't start the blade in the middle, I feel like it's gonna scrunch it. So I'm gonna start. This one's just 3 inches, so it might not be big enough. Okay, let's do some cutting. Whoopsie. My earphone fell out. I don't know if that affected the sound. I hope not. I'm gonna come down to the bottom here. So this is a collage soup image transfer from this book here that I did on the black deli paper that Dee Dee sent me. And I did that live as a live stream. So if you want to see how that was done, check out that live stream. You can go to my channel, and then if you click on live, it'll show all the different live streams I've done. If you just go to my main page, it only shows like the first 6 or something like that. And then I like that eye. So Janet, I'm back at working on my scavenger hunt. I think I have at least 20 left to do, but I'm hopeful. Okay. And then this one, I don't know. Ooh, I like that one with the circle. I like this section here. So I'm going to cut near the top of that circle. So right now I'm trusting, I don't know if I should though. I was trusting the edge, but I don't think I should trust the edge of the tissue because I think I just cut that myself with a pair of scissors. Maybe, maybe not. And then I'm going to cut. Okay, that's 3 inches. So I apologize if this is a bit tedious. I've got 2 weeks. I can do it, yes. And what I did was I had one of my kids, my sons, help me bring up one of those 8-foot or 6-foot folding craft tables, and I've got it set up on the other side of my little island there. So I'm hopeful that if I can organize it and lay it out, that I could do something. All right, so this is one of the botanical prints. I think I'm gonna be a little bit more choosy. I definitely like this one. I think we're gonna do that. So let's cut the edge. And this has been in my stash for a very long time, this piece of paper. 3 inches. I want it over a bit because I want both of those things to be in there. So I'm going to do that. This is on, oh, it feels like tracing paper. Thanks, Jackie. I believe there's not a live stream of that. I think it's more of a video. Okay, let's cut the top here. The Botanical is on the list. Yes, I've already done botanical. I think it was one of the first prompts that I did do. If you guys aren't, I think most of you here are aware of Janet's scavenger hunt challenge. She does every January. I definitely like this leaf. I don't think I want the butterfly in it though. We can go on an angle. There's nothing that says we have to go straight. What if we did that? If we do this, okay, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna hold that down, scooch my frame out. And we're gonna be bold and we're gonna cut diagonal. There's no rule that says we have to use it straight across. Craziness. Okay, now I want to cut off the butterfly. And there we go. All that for one little piece of leaf. So from that whole print, I only got these 2 squares. But I do have these leftovers that we can maybe, I'll just put those, I'll add those to the giveaway. You could do like a 2-inch thing or add this to a tag or something. All right, how we doing? This is making you want to quilt, Linda. Yes. Oh, I still have this square. Here, we can give away. We'll keep this. Maybe we'll use it. Maybe we'll say, oh, we need something that's a little more abstract. Maybe we would prefer that. So we got 3 squares. Okay, I'm gonna put that in this pile. These are piles that maybe we'll add. These are piles to throw out. I'll hold off on that. Maybe we'll get to that. This, I think, would be cool. If there, I don't know if I have 3 inches worth. Let's see. Let's try it. I don't think I have like a square 3 inches. Might have like a jagged edge. We'll see. We could also fill in any areas with some Inktense if we don't meet up exactly. So this one isn't a full 3 inches, but it's close. It's close. We'll just continue that. That's not the right color for me, but we'll put it in the discard pile. And then this one, we got 2 sides. This side is very subtle. So let's do, I was telling my friend Linda in chat here before I came on that I don't know what I'm doing today. And then I thought, I was thinking about doing this, and why don't I do it on camera? I'm going to do 3 inches here. So what are you guys all talking about in chat? Because this is not riveting. I don't know if me cutting a bunch of 3-inch squares is a riveting activity. But I thought it would be fun to do. this project. And I'd like to have at least 3 to choose from, I think. So let's do another one. Let's do another 3-inch. These are all pretty similar print-wise, so not bothering with the viewfinder. Remember, this one is on tracing paper, I believe, so we could use either side depending on what we want. And I thought we might do a transfer today to add a pop of interest. And then this, I'm not convinced we're going to use that. So let's start. Let's see what we got. I have a few other options here that I could add. So let's start. Let's start. Janet says, we're saying beggars can't be choosers. Cut all you want. Okay, so let's just pull some of my favorites. So this should fit 3 across and 4 down. And I'm not planning on doing both sides. I think I'll just do one side. And I'm not a collage expert like Dee Dee or Cherie or a lot of people in chat here. I'm learning, I'm playing, I'm experimenting. I do like the idea of 3s though, I have to say. I do like the ideas. Now this book might be slightly less than 12 inches, so some of the edge pieces we might have to cut off. Oh, I do want to use these though. I like that one a lot. I like it a lot. That reminds me of Dumb Dumber. Now these are a lot thicker than the other pieces. Maybe this one doesn't go. They're all too similar. Maybe I don't need 3 of the black ones. Maybe we'll take that one out. And Margaret's saying it looks like a mosaic prompt. Yeah, I mean, I always think of mosaic as like triangles, but I guess they can be squares, right? I don't use this one. I do like how this one has a bit of that pink that kind of goes with that one. Maybe we do want more darkness. How about this one? We could use that for like a little break. Let's cut 3 by 3. I do like adding that darkness. Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again. And softly visions slowly creeping. Now, obviously, this is going to be highly subjective in terms of what's balanced, what's not balanced. Let's go look at it on camera. So sometimes when you're looking at something, you can't really see it. If you look on camera, you see things you might not see otherwise. So I'm looking on camera. Maybe this one is better because it has like almost like an eye shape. And maybe that one's better because it's a different kind of gold. Okay, looking on camera again, I kind of think it's cool on camera how the dendritic part here kind of does this little circle. It comes back. I like that. And then the eye kind of seems to join this where it's kind of grungy. Let's see what else on camera. And the leaf, I do like how the leaf points in and brings this around. Huh. I'm not mad at the way it is. The only one I'm not sure about is this one. Let's take this one out. And let's try that one. I'm just waiting for my camera to catch up. Or maybe this one, because it's less circular, it's more abstract. Hi, Kristen. Diane bought a large wood frame from the thrift store, was considering doing same with gel prints or embossing folders. That's cool. Now, what do you guys think about this one? Is that too much white? I feel like this one doesn't really go. I feel like there's not enough gold in it. But I do like how it's dark. Maybe we bring this one down here. That's okay, you're not late. What do you guys think? Do you like this better? This is option 2, and this is option 1. You guys can help me. So do we like 2? This one better? Yeah, I think it sticks out too much too. Yeah. Maybe we do this way because I like how the lines here kind of flow into that. Now you could spend, I think I like this upwards, more like a tree. You could spend like forever. Everybody's saying 2, perfect. All right, so you could spend like hours, but like Dee Dee says this morning, she's like, when you're collaging, when you see something and you're like, yeah, that's good, I like it, just do it, because you could spend forever. So let's glue these down. I'm gonna put my thing away, and then maybe we'll do some other gel printing or something. And then these will go in. Oh, I do like this one though. I don't think I like it there though. Okay, let's glue them. Hi, Barb Smith. Hi, Lizanne. Yes. Okay, so we're gonna go with that. It's kind of like gold, black, pink, orange. So I'm going to put it over here, and I'm just going to use I think it's tacky to glue these on. So I think I'm going to start from the bottom up. And I think I know I don't have quite 12 inches. Yeah, it's a little shy. So I'm going to leave a bit hanging off, and then we can trim. I want to make sure this middle one is in the middle though. So that's 9 inches. 4.5 is about the middle. That's pretty well centered. So we're gonna go for it. I'm gonna get some wax paper. That's cool. Okay, let's get some wax paper. Now you could use matte medium, but I think I'm gonna use Eileen's Tacky, especially because this one here is very thick. I could try to, maybe I should try to peel off a layer so it's not so thick. I don't know. Yeah, that will take forever. Yeah, let's not worry about it, shall we? Let's just go for it. Hi, Zen Jen. You'll be in and out. Looks pretty already. Thank you. So I'm applying a liberal amount of the Eileen's Tacky, and then I'm going to use my glue stick to spread it. Where's my glue stick? I think, oh, it's right here, right in front of my face. Thanks for coming, everybody. Now, when Carrie the Crafter did this version that Sherry showed us, he did smaller squares. I don't remember if they were 1-inch squares or 2-inch squares. If he's still here, he can let us know, but I'll link his channel. Now this one's very important that we get it square because it's very thick. Looks pretty good. I should have some wax paper between my sheets here. This paper's not big enough. I'm just gonna slip it under this part here. And the other reason that I wouldn't use matte medium for this is because most of these are acrylic, but I know that this one, this here has watercolor aspects to it. Now this one we said we had cut slightly bigger than 3 inches. No, it's right on 3 inches. Because millions are creeping. So it's nice to be in my art room. I haven't spent a lot of time in here. I did get a little bit, like I mentioned earlier, a little bit of my scavenger hunt journal worked on. I have several projects on the go that I feel like I'm missing. Now this, I feel like it's stretched a little bit, so I'm going to line it up here. This tissue paper it's deli paper. It's very thin. Let me get my silicone spreader thingy. Where is it? Don't see it. Don't see it. I'm just going to use this then. I don't. The nice thing about the Eileen's Tacky is it does take a while to dry, so you do have some time. If you use things like glitter glue, that takes a little bit longer. Whoopsie. Still gonna look for this. Oh, here it is. I found my spreader. Hi, Carla. Carrie said that his were 2" and 2/8 dictated by his page size. So Carrie is a lot more into math than I am. I'm like, good enough. This isn't going to be exact, but that's okay. I'm okay with imperfection. Carrie is very meticulous and very, it's awesome to watch him. You learn a lot watching him. I appreciate you coming to my stream, Carrie. And he's hosting the Mixed Media March collage. Well, it's not collage, but Mixed Media March, where you use a piece of Gelprints and you do some sort of mixed media art in a rectangle shape every day. That's the one that Dee Dee has been showing, has been posting. So I'm going to cut the edges, the excess off after it's dried. Diane says she'd be tempted to put them on double-sided tape, cut them out, and stick on. She has a large roll. That's a good idea. Carrie used a die cut to cut all of his squares, and that was easier. Yes, that's a very good point. I do have some, I know I have some rectangular dies. I'm not sure if I have square dies. I don't think dies would cut this deli paper very well, though. Now this, I'm gonna have to cut down a bit, so I'm gonna start with this piece here, I think, first, and then line it up. The other thing that Cherie did is she actually had drawn lines on her paper, which is probably a good idea. Like this looks a bit crooked, doesn't it? So maybe I shall, let me get a bigger ruler to get my things to line up a little bit better. I think this one might be crooked. So we're gonna just, also my paper might be crooked. So I'm gonna do that. We'll try to straighten ourselves out a little bit here. Margie is participating in Carrie's challenge. That is awesome. Okay, so I'm gonna just kind of, this is my first time doing the grid, this grid style. Usually I'm a bit more rip and glue and cut and glue and not so measuring, but you got to start somewhere. Uh-oh, I don't remember how I had this now. Did I have it this way? Okay, well, I'm going this way. I don't remember exactly how it was. So I'm gonna do, is that straight? It's hard because I'm not right on top of it. If I were Janet, I would probably draw the lines. Would probably be a good idea. Okay, I think I'm gonna just cut off a little bit there with my trimmer. And the measurement I'm using for cutting this is a smidge. I'm gonna cut off a smidge. Yeah, I should have taken a picture. It's true. Now that one looks a bit crooked to me. I don't know, is it just... What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this off before it's too dried. And I'm gonna go ahead and put those lines on. Live and learn, people. Live and learn. I think we can still glue it down. We just gotta get it before it totally dries. It's fine, everything is fine. Okay, now I'm gonna just bring it over here a bit so that I can see. And of course that doesn't go to the edge. I'm gonna use this pen, which is that pen that erases with the heat. 3, 6, 9. So it's, this side's going to be a little shorter than 9. And then we're going to go this way. And I have to cut this off so I can measure appropriately. Let's get a scissors. Skizzers. Where are you, skizzers? International sign for scissors. Oh, there they are, over on my folding table. So we're doing something just a little different. We're learning as we go. Again, I don't even know if my pages are totally square because I remember when I made this, I did some rippage. So try not to get rid of that there. So they might not even be 100% square. I'm gonna just kind of cut-ish. See how the page is sort of torn? Can't quite get a good angle. There we go. Okay. All right. So let's go. So 12, it's actually a bit smaller than 12. So let's put this one at, let's just see. Let's put that at 9. Kind of split the difference here. So we'll have the bottom a bit shorter and the top a bit shorter. So it's 9, 6, 3, and I'm going to use the edge of the ruler to be my guide. So I think that's square across. Okay. Hope my hair's not in the way. So this is really out. This one here. Trying to line those up. I don't know if I did that very well there, but I think we'll get a bit closer this way. And then this one, wow, that's really crooked. So we're going to overlap there, I think. Okay. Does that work? No, that's bigger. So something's off here. I have to redraw these lines. So I'm going to go there. I think it's because my bottom one I made a bit shorter. And then we're measuring from here to there. Again, that's going to be too far. Okay, so this is a friction pen, so I'm just going to erase that line. So I don't get confused. And I hope that this will cover that entirely. Yes, it shall. Now, what did we have? We had this one here, that one there, this one here. Okay, so we're going to line it up with the top line. It should overlap this. If it's not perfect, it's not perfect. That's okay. How's everybody doing? Hi, Eddie. Yes, I'm doing this in my big, this is 9 by 12 page homemade journal. And I'm making a little bit of a mess of it. But life is messy. Life is messy. Lizanne said that paper piercing is so much fun. She made stockings one year doing that. Have fun and enjoy. Okay, so let's do this page I ripped off here. 3, that is pretty much 3 by 3. So we're gonna go ahead and try that one again using the top line as our reference. And now I've really forgotten which way this was. I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna rewind on YouTube here and see how I had it. Okay, so I did have it like this. I did. It's when it's handy to record yourself because you never know when you need to watch the playback. Hi, Rhonda. Okay, let's try this again. Take 2. And then if we have time, we'll do a little giveaway of some of the leftover 3 by 3 pieces. And then if we have time, we can do a bit of gel printing. Not cheating? Smart. Yes, thank you, Eddie. Okay, so I think drawing the lines should be helpful. There we go. Oopsie, that's crooked. Okay. And then we can use some Inktense after, maybe to hide the imperfections. Hi, Belinda. Good to see you. Okay, I remember this leaf was coming in this way. And again, this is tracing paper, so it's has more of a tendency to go wrinkly. I'm just using the Aleene's original tacky glue and a little bit of glue stick. If I was planning to do a lot of painting over top, then I would do the matte medium the way that Dee Dee does it, where she puts the matte medium under and then over, like on top of the page, under your thing you're gluing down, and then on top again. Okay, and then this is gonna go here. It's gonna be a little bit of space there, so we'll have to fill that in. Trying to find a clean spot on my wax paper. So sometimes we need to show how we use our gel prints. And I've been wanting to work on this big journal for a while. And I also ordered a portfolio, like an art portfolio, to put some of my prints that I consider finished. And instead of having them sitting in the drawer, I might kind of make them into like a little portfolio book, so that if I go, oh yeah, I want to show you this print I did, or that other print I did, then I can just pull out that portfolio book. There's a little bit of wrinkling. I'm not going to worry too much. And because this paper is black, we can just fill in there with some black. So at the beginning of the stream, I explained, you know, where each of these papers came from. Okay, I'm going to put this one here next. This is that thicker mixed media paper. So this one needs quite a bit of glue. Now we're cooking. So we are going to have to do a little bit of fixing. That's okay. This is just a book for my own use. I'm hoping that one day when I have it filled up, I'll bring it downstairs and put it on my coffee table, and everyone that comes over will look at it and go, ooh, ah. I'm going to read your comment in a second, Barbie. I saw that you said something about the portfolio, so let me just get this down first. Oh, that doesn't go there. That goes over here, and it goes this way. Okay. And a lot of these black ones I cut a bit bigger. So Barbie said, if you do a portfolio, take a snapshot of everything you put in there to keep up with them. Take a snapshot. A lot of them I think I took pictures of and I saved to my computer. They're kind of like originals that are complete as is, not really to be used in a collage. I think those are the ones that I want to put in a portfolio. When that arrives, I can certainly do a flip through for you guys when I get it organized. The other thing I ordered was a collage soup book that I haven't seen a flip through of yet. So I want to see, I'll do a flip through of that. I might do that as a video. So you can see some of my squares are not perfect, but we're going to use some, ink tints to cover that up. See, this one's bigger So we'll start with it and then we'll cover. Yeah. Thanks, Pamela. Hi, Shannon. I didn't see you sneak in there. We're almost done this part. Oh, I have to show you guys something I found at HomeSense. We were talking about it last week, and a lot of you guys said you had this. So I'm going to show you. As soon as I get these glued down, I'm going to show you what I found at HomeSense. HomeSense is kind of like TJ Maxx meets Marshalls. Well, maybe not Marshalls. Marshalls is more clothes, isn't it? So we didn't spend a lot of time on composition. We just kind of got what we got. See, and that's not perfect, but that's okay. So that's going to go like that. Mental note, taking a mental picture. Sorry, chin whistle. So this white is actually the next page showing through, so I'm not going to worry about that. I'm going to trim some of the edge there. I should probably have move this wax paper under the top here. This one is on rice paper. I do have a few whips that I started on stream and never finished that I should probably try to finish and show you. Some of them are from like a year ago. Like that shoe one. I don't know if you guys remember, we did that boot with the on canvas. I never did paint the edges. This was that, I'm reminded because this was from the Play-Doh stream, and I think, well, that was something similar we did. Okay, so I'm gonna let that dry for a second. So I'm gonna show you what I found at HomeSense. I found, someone said they have a little fan that plugs in with a USB to dry their jelly plates, their Gelprints. So it blows cold air. This one has 3 settings, 3 speeds. You can use that. So I don't like to use a heat gun on my jelly plate. So this is cool air. I can't remember who was it. Diane, was it you that said you had this little fan that plugs in with the USB? So I've got that just, the USB thing it comes with is very short, so I just have it plugged in closer to the outlet. All right, so let's cut the edges, and then let's fill in the spaces with some ink tints. So I'm just cutting. So I like to turn the page over to see what I need to cut. And it's hard because I'm a right-handed cutter. have it. Now, like I said, this journal isn't perfect, but I'm going to use some Inktense. Let me just put my glue on my lid on my glue. What we're doing for time. I think we're doing good. I think we're like an hour in. We can probably do some gel printing. Maybe start another collage piece here. All right, so I keep that big glue in a little cup so it's ready to go. Let's make sure I'm still on screen here. Now I don't think I'm too far now. Okay, so let's use some Inktense pencils. I'm just going to get some of this glue off my fingers first. Thanks, guys. All right, let's use black. I could use the blocks, but I'm going to use the pencils. These are the pencils I have. I think I got a set of 24, and then I bought a couple individual colors. So we could do charcoal gray or we could do black. I'm thinking black. Charcoal gray, black. Now, I don't see it in there. Did I have it out? What's this one? That one is bark. Aha, no, that's gray. Where's my black? Is this black? Ink black. It looked brown to me. All right. Hi, K-Berg. Hi, Lexi. Thank you. All right, I'm going to grungify it a little bit for two reasons. One is I like grungy things, and the other is that it's not perfect. So to fill in some of these imperfect areas, the Inktense will help it kind of meld together. And I have to be careful with this because that is water soluble. So I'm just going to draw with the Inktense pencil. I have to be careful if some of these aren't quite dry, it could rip. But I'm just going to draw along the edges here. Oops. And the Inktense pencils, because you activate them with water, it doesn't matter if the paint's shiny, because you're going to activate with water, it's going to spread, and then it's going to dry. Not like colored pencils. Colored pencils won't really stay. This is kind of wet a little bit, but we're just going to go for it. I could even fill that in if I want to. And then we can do the edges after. Often I will use water brushes with Inktense. Do you guys want me to zoom in a little bit more? I could zoom in a little bit. Let me just zoom in just a smidge. See if that's better. Oh, I gotta go wash my hands. They're just full of glue. I'll be right back. So I hope it sounds okay. So I'm working on ways to make my screens better. So one thing is getting the resolution better. So I think, so far, I think I'm pretty happy with this prism. Right now, I'm washing my hands in the bathroom, so I don't even know if you guys can hear me, if my headset is, my earphones are working as a mic. We'll find out. That's part of the test. Test. So could you guys hear me when I was washing my hands in the washroom there? I was jabbering away. So I don't know if you guys could hear me or not. Didn't hear me at all. Okay, so that means that I was wondering if my headphones that I have on, if they were being used as the microphone. So I don't think they are. So I was saying that one of the things I'm working at is getting better stream quality. So one of the ways I wanted to do that was today I used a streaming app called Prism instead of StreamYard, because I don't pay for StreamYard, and the non-paid version is only in 780p. I have to sneeze. Oh, unfortunately, you're gonna hear this. Oh, it went away. So I'm maybe the next thing. So I think the stream quality is going pretty well using this Prism app. Because I stream from my phone, I don't have a Logitech camera, so I need a streaming service that will work with what I have, right? So here I have to be careful because the color is water soluble. The gold isn't, because the gold is a watercolor ground. So maybe I should look at getting a camera, a microphone that I can plug into my phone. But then it does affect, if I have battery issues with the microphone, I can't really plug my phone in, right? Just adding a bit more black here. And I forgot to activate this part. Activate that. Okay. So I feel like doing this grungification helps to hide some of the mistakes in lining it up. Can you guys hear me okay now? I know you couldn't hear me in the washroom, but can you hear me now as I'm speaking near my phone? Picture is good. Yes, you can hear me now. Good. Yeah. So I might try to find a way to get a microphone that works with my phone without being Bluetooth. I think the problem is, I don't know why, like sometimes it'll connect and sometimes it won't. So it's definitely not lining up there very well. So I'm going to put a bit more black on this part here so that it visually it maybe lines up a bit better, even if it's not in reality. The illusion of things lining up. Where was I? I think I need a bit more here. And a bit more here. This is still wet though. I think I need to dry that before I add a bit more here. And then I want to do the edges. Okay. And I think here I want to add a bit more black there as well. This is really crooked here, this one here. So we're gonna add a lot of black at the top to make it look more straight. This isn't too boring, you guys. Diane said she can hear me from a province away. Isn't that cool that we can hang out? We're from like all around the world, and yet we hang out. Despite politics, which we're not going to talk about here, despite geography, we can unite in our love of creativity. I think it's a wonderful, wonderful thing. Okay, what needs more? The edges need more. And then we'll do our giveaway. I should try this balloon technique on camera, like on live. I did a video of it and I barely remember how I did it. So Rhonda has a Logitech camera, and even on optimal setting, it's not as good as her phone camera. Well, you know, I had bought a Logitech camera at one point, and I didn't like the resolution was worse than my phone. So I returned it, and then they said that I didn't return the one that was in the box, which is total BS, because I did return the one that was in the box. But I think it was a scam they have, wherever I bought it from. It wasn't from Logitech directly. And I think they have a scam where they say it's a different serial number than what they actually send you. So beware, beware, beware. So I don't know, I hope I grungified that enough. Probably do a bit more here. I feel like this one needs a bit more. And then I should do the edges, but I could ink the edges. Let's just ink the edges. I think it'll be quicker than doing this. Okay, let me get ink. Oh, I do have some Happy Mail from Xandra to show. I will show that in a moment. Or I could use this and smudge it. This is like one of those mixed art sticks. Let's use that. I think that might be quicker than inking it too. Just do this. Whoops, a bit too much. Okay. All right, I'll give you guys a close-up, then we'll do the giveaway, and then we might have time to maybe do an image transfer. Bye, Janet. Thanks for coming. All right, so here we go. So here is a close-up. Now it's a little bit like the page is curling a bit, but what I'll do is I'll spray the back of the page and then stick the whole journal under a book. So that's a close-up. You can see how it's kind of crinkled. So all I do is I would just take because there's nothing on this side, I would just, probably by the time you do the other side, it would even out. Whoopsie, I'm spraying the wrong way. I probably sprayed the camera. Spray that. And you can give it a rub. Put some wax paper, and then you can put it under a book. So I'm looking at our book for a bit while we do the giveaway. I'll show my happy mail while you guys are putting your numbers in, but don't put your numbers in yet. So for the giveaway, what we will do is we're going to do these extra pieces. And it's, you don't have to be from Canada, you can be from the US or wherever. So we're going to do 1 to 100 after I type go, and your enter number between 1 and 100. Do not erase any numbers. No numbers after I type stop will count. You have to be in all chat to see all the numbers, and we'll use a random number generator. And whoever's closest without going over, I will mail this to you. So you have to be willing to send me your address. So I'm going to send you these bits and pieces that we didn't use today, and might throw in a few extra things. So let me go to random.org. I wasn't really planning on doing a giveaway, so I didn't have it ready to go. Random. Oh, I didn't put go yet, did I? Let me put go in the chat. Just a second. Sorry. Go. All right. Thanks, Suzanne. Yeah, I like the golds and the blacks. So we'll send you these. Whoever wins the giveaway will send you these, and I don't know, maybe something else, maybe some other bits and pieces. So while you guys are putting your numbers in, this is some happy mail I got from Zandra, and she said, "Oh darn it, you didn't get it yet." It was like St. Patrick's Day, so she sent me a bunch of St. Patrick's ephemera and some ribbons and some die cuts and some felt pieces and like a little pocket, and that's like a welcome back from Zandra. Little froggy, and then look at the Irish, some ephemera, a napkin. So thank you, Zandra, for the wonderful happy mail. I'm going to put it in my nature journal because that's kind of like a spring journal that I have that maybe I will show you guys sometime. We'll throw that in. We'll throw these pieces in. Hey, Robin. Good to see you. So I think I missed saying hi to you the last time you were here, and I felt bad. So hello. Hello, hello. All right. I think we're getting closer to everybody having their numbers in. Get your number in. Last call. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're going to press stop. All right. So the closest person to the number without going over, here's our number generator, is going to be whoever's closest to 76. Without going over. I see Pamela has 74. So I think it's Pamela. And Pamela, I believe I have your address. Let me double check. I think I have your address. Let me write down Pamela. I need a sticky. Oh, it might be a different Pamela I'm thinking of. Let me check. Pamela B. I think I'm thinking of Pamela Kane. So maybe Pamela B, you can email me your address to this email. See if that's correct before I press go. Yeah, maybe just email me your address again in case I don't have it. I have your address? Okay. Let me just double check my fancy book. One of the projects, oh, I do have it. Yes. I do have it, Pamela. Yes, I have it. Right? It's, are you in, can I see what country you're from? Is that okay if I share what country you're from? And then you can confirm. I'm just waiting for Pamela to say if I can say what country she's from. I'm not sure. Sweden, yes, yes, I have your address. All right, I do have it. Okay, so I felt like last week I showed you guys a transfer I did at Lindy K Designs channel using pan pastels, and it was from a Vogue magazine, and this was another one of the pages that I thought would look cool. Bye, Carla. Good to see you. So let me grab out my gel plate. We have a little bit more time. Let's grab. Now, usually before I do an image transfer, I usually do a warm-up print. So let's do a warm-up print. Well, this looks like one that we used last week that we I didn't finish cleaning. So for a warm-up print, let's use, should we use just white? Let's use a couple colors just to make it interesting for a background for something in the future. Let's use pink or magenta and fluorescent yellow. And you have that image too? Cool. It's very striking, isn't it? I gotta go this way. I had a brain fart there for a second. I'm gonna do an ombre, and I was like, I want to do it this way, but then I started putting it that way. Ugh. I did buy some paint recently that I haven't used yet. I bought this matte acrylic paint, Jo Sonja, and this ultramarine golden open. I want to get a black one too. And then I got this golden fluid acrylic sap green. And I feel like I bought one of, oh yeah, I bought some acrylic ink, some blue phthalo blue. But then I got home and I realized I already had this acrylic ink, indigo, and look how similar they are. I guess I like blue, hey? So I'll have to test those out sometime. Thanks, Dar. Dar put the link of when I was a guest on Lindy's channel of what we did together. We did some jelly printing using pan pastels. And we had some fun conversation. So check out her channel. All right, so this is our warm-up print. I'm just trying to find a piece of paper to pick it up with. Oh, I'll just use this one. Back to full screen. Please like and share my stream. I appreciate that very much. Next week, I'll show you what I've done in my scavenger hunt journal. Maybe I'll have a bit more completed by then. One of the projects I want to do this summer is I want to make some gel prints to cover this little wooden thing from Michael's. It's a birdhouse, but I thought it was really cute how it's like a camper, an old style camper. So I thought I could cover it in some gel prints, and that might make a good birthday present for my sister because they like camping and they have a cute backyard. So that's something coming up. Oh, there we go. Oh, yeah, it looks like Dee Dee's Alyssa hands. That's funny. All right. Now, some of the marks that I made last time haven't come up, but that would make a good base for something. But you know what? I don't think, let's not worry about it. Let's just see what happens. Whoops. Ah! Yes, it's cute, isn't it? Just getting some of that paint off. All right, let's do this transfer. And I feel like just doing it in black. You don't have to use black, you can use other colors. I like using opaque colors, but you can use transparent colors. But let's just use black, we'll keep it simple. Use the Liquitex Mars Black. Pretty dry, we'll use that too. And you need to have not too much, but not too little. And one of my videos that I do a lot of transfers on, I did a pretty extensive video about transfers, I think it's 3 years ago now. Somebody commented, well, why do you put so much paint on if you're just taking it all off? And I was like, well, it's easier to take it off than it is to put it on, because once you've kind of got it, that's just kind of where it's at. You can't really add paint to the transfer. There we go. It's interesting how, I guess there wasn't much on the image there. There are lots of bubbles, but maybe we'll just wipe off some of them. The thing with transfers is that you don't want them perfect because, because if they were perfect, you could just have a photocopy. That's my perspective on it. So we could use a stencil to add interest there, but let's use, and probably it's really bubbly because the back side I had already done a transfer, so it kind of made the paper not really smooth. Or I could have spent more time smoothing it out. Tiny bubbles in the wine make me happy. All right, let's use these Sumi Ink foam stamp or inky spots. I think it's one of Sophia's. Put some up there too. I'm gonna leave the sides empty because I do like how that, I don't know if that's going to pick up or not. Do I have a playlist? Dar? I didn't realize I had a playlist. Okay, I need another gel plate to load up my stamp. Oops. What is that? It's a little something something on there. That's going to leave a dent, so I'll have to condition this plate. You don't want to pick at it too much, but And then this makes a cool pickup print too. All right, so we'll let that dry. We could do a bit of sgraffito in here. You gotta always wipe your foam stamps or put them in the sink or a bucket of water. So I wipe it and then I wrap it, and then after the stream I'll go and wash it in the sink. Hey April, I thought I saw you earlier. Maybe you came in and out. Okay. So that part's already dry. I could use a Q-tip, but I don't know where my Q-tips are. Do I know where my Q-tips are? I don't know. I could just try to scratch off some paint. Just so we have more color showing through. Let's just do that. And now we got to think of what color to do the pickup with. Let that dry. Yeah, Christine. Gelprints are like a box of chocolate. You never know what you're gonna get. All right, so gold to go with. We could do gold and then have it, we could put that print on here and then do a border. That might be neat. Maybe this has some pinks and some golds. So what if we did some magenta and gold combined? I could do this too, but I don't think I want to. Black and yellow, black and yellow. I think I'm gonna do magenta and the, you know what, not the iridescent gold. Let's do the golden, where did I put it? This one. It's like a bronze. And we could do an ombre, or we could do just kind of sporadic. I feel like doing an ombre with gold to magenta. I should have a paper under here so you guys can see better. Sorry. My bad, my bad. All right. This is shake. Now the problem with this is that it is fluid and this is not fluid, which can make it a bit hard to combine. So we could use, I could use this one, which is also fluid. Let's do that. Okay. I think this magenta is pretty strong. So I'm gonna just do a bit here and then we'll kind of go back and forth. And we'll see if this page will fit in with the one we just did. Now I gotta make sure this is not wet. Otherwise we just get black smudges. So it's a little bit, it's almost a bit wet there, but not too bad. Let's just go for it. Piece of paper, quick, quick, quick. Quick as a bunny. I would like to get one of those positioning tools. Does anybody have one of those positioning tools? Yes, Diane, she kind of said it better than I was trying to say it, but I wasn't saying it very well. So if you try to add paint when you've already been brayering, it just starts to pull off the paint because it starts drying and then it starts pulling up. So thank you for putting that in better words than what I was mumbling. I wonder if this paint is still, yeah, see, it's not quite wet enough for that, but we got a little bit of a layer there. So I've already taken Lucy for her walk today. So I'm 2 hours behind Eastern time. I'm Mountain Standard Time. So usually this evening I have my tap dancing class, so I'll be going to that later, although it's a bit earlier this tonight because it's a makeup class. So we're gonna let that sit for a little bit. So it's gonna look something like that, which may or may not look good with our other page. We shall see. The other option, what did I put? I'll just flip through this for those that weren't here at the beginning. Just give this a little flip through. I'll wait for that to dry. So this is my 9-ish by 12-ish inch journal made with mixed media paper. So this is what we were working in today. So this is some previous things that I've done. It's not. So am I over enough? Let's see, I don't think I'm over enough. Let me just put that over there. Actually, I'm pretty good there. So a lot of these prints were done at various streams or videos. So it's a place, I'm using as a place to put some of my gel prints. This is one of Rhonda's stencils. Rhonda's here in chat, or she was. So I think that's gonna go here somewhere. This is kind of like big grid journaling. And then this one I did on camera. This one. And then that one we did this year near St. Patrick's Day. And then I Grungified it after. And then here's more ideas to do. There's that same stamp. We did that on a stream. Here's the one we did today. We assembled this. Rhonda's still here. And then I think that's it we've done in there. So I'm thinking, depending how this looks, we might put it there. Let's see if it's ready to pull. So some of these marks came off again, some didn't. So I'll have to clean this plate with baby oil. But I don't mind that some of those marks are appearing. Okay, so let's see. Is that going to be too strong for the companion piece? Some of the black there. Let's see how that looks. I'm not, committed to this idea. So sometimes seeing it in camera gives you a better idea than looking at it live. So if we fill up the space Bye, Carrie. Thanks for coming. I'm almost done. I think we'll pull that other print and we'll make it a short stream today. Unless you guys want me to glue this down. Just thinking. Let's just put a pin in that for a second. Let's pull this. Maybe we could cut this up and put it around the edges. So, so it's got the bronze. What if we use another gold color? Or we could use, there's a lot of quinacridone in. That magazine is from an old Vogue magazine. I believe it's the one, it has Kim Kardashian on the cover. It's from a few years ago. I don't buy magazines all that often. I can go get it. Just get this pulled. Or not pulled, but put down. Okay, let's go grab that. I just put it away yesterday, so I know exactly where it is. Look at me. Well, you guys couldn't hear me. What I was saying was, I just put it away yesterday, so I know exactly where it is. Here it is. So it's this one. It's March 2022. So yeah, I don't buy magazines very often. So while that's drying, let's cut this with some scissors. I haven't been able to find magazine at thrift stores. I used to buy magazines at thrift stores, but then after, you know, COVID, I couldn't find them there anymore. I got rid of them, at least around here. And again, using magazines for image transfers, you can't sell it. It's not, unless you alter it like a whole bunch. If you want to sell your work, you're best to do laser image transfers of your own photos, or do transfers from like collage soup books or books that are copyright, that provide copyright-free images. So what we could do is we could just put a bunch of black behind this. Why don't we do that? Yeah, Value Village didn't have a magazine section anymore. And I'm not a big fan of Value Village. I feel like they kind of, I don't know, I think they're for profit. I don't really feel like I don't think their prices are very good. All right, we're gonna pull that other print to see. Let's pull just that, see if we can use that print. Where did I put it? Here it is. So this has a bit of the gold and the quinacridone. So could we cut it and use it behind there? I don't think so. I think, Pamela, I'm going to send that to you in your giveaway. We'll add that to your giveaway, if you're still here. All right, so let's just use a brayer and brayer on some black. I should probably protect this page. Let me get a piece of paper. Just do that. And let's just use a brayer and some black paint, and we could add a bit of gold. Hi, Jolu. Oh, Pamela, you're very welcome. I'm glad you're still here. Ooh, that is stuck. I put the brakes on. I don't want it to look too perfect. Not a problem. So one of my big inspirations for gel printing and journaling, besides Dee Dee Willingham, is Robin McClendon. She does a lot of abstract journaling. She has a new series right now that she's doing. So Saturday morning she has premieres. So right now she's doing a series called Pause. So pausing, the art of the pause. So it's kind of slowing down, taking things in. Okay, now let's add some gold. Just going to use this iridescent gold. Just right on there. Just wipe this a little bit. So I don't mind getting messy. Sorry, I'm quiet while I'm being messy. So I don't think we'll do the birdhouse next week, but we will do that in the spring. The birdhouse that I showed. Not bad, not bad. Let's just see together. Maybe a little bit of white. Well, it already has white. Because these have a bit of white. That has a bit of white. Maybe we just need to grungify the edges of that print a bit. And then that we can pick up with a color. Let's do, it's still wet. Let me get my heat gun. Heat tool, as Dee Dee called it this morning. I almost feel like I want a hint of pink in this. Just a hint. let's just use a baby wipe with a teeny bit of this quinacridone magenta. We can always push it back. I'm going to spray it with some water. Let's start it here. Just like a wash. I think I'm liking that. Let's put a bit more. So Christine, I ordered that coloring book that you showed, that Lulu Mayo coloring book with the compilation, and it's supposed to arrive today, so I'm very excited to get it. I feel like there's so many things I want to do and not enough time. Like I want to do reverse collage, I want to do jelly printing, I want to do watercolor, I want to do gouache, I want to do coloring books. I thought when I retired I'd have more time to do all these things. There, I like that better. Okay, let's just use our art crayon. I will not be disappointed, I'm sure. Let me just keep going this a little bit. Let's do a little bit, just with this King Art stick, we'll just do a bit of grungification. I don't know how permanent this stick is, but you know what? I'm just using it in my journal. So now I think we need to grungify the borders of this paper. Let's just use Posca pen. Hi, Apple. Diane wants to do reverse painting, art flow feathers. List goes on. Yeah, reverse painting, that's another one. I have done a bit of fluid art, but and I enjoyed it. I did enjoy it, and I think I got my fix. I don't know that I need to do it any more than I have. I do enjoy art journaling. The freedom, it's okay to be messy. And you guys all know that Dee Dee Willingham is one of my idols, muses, inspirations, all of the above. So I do want to do some more like reverse collage like she does. This probably would have been better if I had ripped it instead of cut it, but you know what? That's okay. I could use my corner rounder on it, but I don't think I plan to. All right, let's see how that looks together with our page. Let's take out the wax paper so we can really see it. Now I'm going to grungify. I don't know that I really want to see a name here, so I'm just going to kind of, well, that didn't do much. So Let's use some Posca. We'll just kind of you don't need to read the brand, right? There we go. Margaret says that the value villages near her have magazines, but the fabric, I find all the pricing at Value Village, even for books, I find the pricing ridiculous. Apple Red Cat and Paste as Cat and Pasta. Yeah, Diane, I think it's good to just kind of, we have to be happy with what we can do and not stress about it, which is one of the things I like about Robin McClendon's series, Pause. It's just kind of like, you know, do what you feel like doing. If you don't get everything you want done, that's okay, right? All right, so we're gonna glue that in. Do you guys like that together? What do you think? Is this too bright? And I think I'm a little bit crooked here. Let's make that a little less crooked. I kind of like the juxtaposition between the abstract smaller pieces and the large focal point that is bright but grungy, but you can see what it is, but it's not perfect. Rhonda likes it and loves it. Thanks, Anne. Art Junkie Shannon loves it. Hi, Messy Diane. Okay, are you streaming soon today? I think last time I said it must be late, and you're like, no, it's morning. Duh. I said I'm not an expert. I'm not an expert in time zones. Okay, let's just do it. Let's glue that on there. And I'm going to just use the Eileen's Tacky again. Sometimes I would use like double stick tape to do this. But I feel like just doing it this way. And I'm going to smooth it out with my glue stick. I saw someone, I don't remember who it was, they had this huge glue stick. And I thought, oh, that would be great. And then I looked into getting it, and I think it was like 50 bucks Canadian. I'm like, I know it's a big glue stick, but that's a little bit ridiculous. Problem when you're trying to glue something big like this is that things start to dry, which I liked the Eileen's Tacky because it does not dry too fast. All right, we're gonna plop it on here. In my exacting way. See how careful and exact I was in putting that down? So I think it's important to play, to have fun. Don't forget that you're, I mean, if you're like me and you're not like a professional artist, it's not that serious, right? It's not, this is pretty flat. All right, I'm gonna date this. I don't know that I need to sign it. Maybe I'll sign it. I mean, it is in my art journal, so I probably don't need to sign it, but I'm gonna date it. Get a Pitt pen. So today is the 26th. So I'm gonna put 03, 26, 2025. And then hopefully I'll remember that this was done the same time. Thank you, Lizanne. So I guess that's pretty much time. I thought I might end early, but apparently not. So this will be our thumbnail for today. And I think I enjoyed streaming with this Prism, the Prism app. Seems like it's pretty good. So now I just have to figure out how to make my sound a bit better. And then we'll be good to go. So thanks again for coming, everybody. Have fun. Don't forget to enjoy your art, enjoy the creativity. Don't put too much pressure on yourself. And thanks for coming, and we will see you guys again next week. All right, bye-bye. I just have to take this off. Thanks for watching the replay too. Bye, guys.